Phunstok was a man who had everything or so the world believed. At only 40, he was a billionaire, the youngest in the country. He owned skyscrapers, drove cars worth millions, and had a mansion so vast it needed golf carts to move across its gardens. Newspapers praised him as a genius of industry, and young entrepreneurs idolized him. But behind the glitter, there was a darker truth. Phunstok had no time for his own body. His days started before sunrise with conference calls that stretched into breakfast time. Meals were taken in boardrooms, oily takeout, pastries, endless cups of coffee. His nights were filled with parties, expensive wine, and more deals. He told himself, "Sleep is for the weak, rest is for the poor. I must keep going." The more money he made, the less time he had for himself. He ignored the warnings: migraines, fatigue, and shortness of breath. One evening, at a grand investors' banquet, Phunstok stood on stage, delivering a fiery speech about vision and growth. The crowd applauded thunderously, but as he stepped down, the lights blurred before his eyes. His knees buckled, and he collapsed. The hall gasped. Phones came out, flashing cameras, whispers spreading like wildfire. By the time Phunstok opened his eyes, he was lying in a hospital bed. The doctor looked at him sternly. "Phunstok, your body is shutting down. Your blood pressure is sky high. Your arteries are blocked, and your liver is in danger. You have built an empire but destroyed yourself in the process." Phunstok smirked weakly. "Doctor, money can buy the best treatment, right?" The doctor shook his head. "Money can buy medicine, but not health. It can buy a bed, but not peaceful sleep. You cannot bribe your own body." The words hit Phunstok harder than any business loss ever had. During recovery, Phunstok had no visitors except his mother. His business partners moved on, and investors whispered about replacing him. Lying in that cold, white room, he realized that none of his wealth mattered if he couldn't even walk a mile without collapsing. He remembered the security guard at his office, an old man who, despite earning little, smiled every day, his eyes clear and bright. Phunstok, with billions in the bank, had forgotten what it felt like to smile like that. When Phunstok finally left the hospital, he made a choice. He stepped away from daily control of his empire and hired people to manage what he had built. He started waking up with the sunrise not for phone calls, but for morning walks. He swapped whiskey for water, late-night deals for early dinners, and fast food for fresh, home-cooked meals. Slowly, his energy returned. His mind cleared. He felt lighter, freer. For the first time, he realized wealth wasn't his bank balance. It was the steady beat of his heart, the strength in his steps, and the calm in his breath. Months later, Phunstok gave a different kind of speech. Standing not in a banquet hall, but in a community park, he addressed young entrepreneurs. "I built skyscrapers, but ignored the foundation of life, my health. I had millions, but could not buy a single extra heartbeat. Wealth means nothing if your body cannot carry you. Protect your health first, because without it, everything else is an illusion." The crowd fell silent, his words sinking deeper than any investment advice ever could. Health is life's greatest treasure. Without it, riches, fame, and power are meaningless. Take care of your body, for it is the only true empire you will ever own.